What is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into this shoe review today, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And we're hitting it really close to that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this channel. Thanks if you're subscribed already. If you're not, you definitely will want to, because once we hit 10K, I'm gonna give away a Supreme Super Soaker and a Supreme Floral Skateboard deck. So sub to the channel. It's right there at the bottom. Thank you. Also, this video would not be possible without the efforts from Kicking It ATX. Kicking It is a local sneaker boutique located in the Domain Shopping Center in North Austin, Texas. Whether you're looking for the latest in sneaker releases from Nike and Adidas or active apparel for the whole family, Kicking It has got you covered. Check them out at www.kickingitatx.com. Alright, let's get into it. In hand, I have that Nike Air Max 2090 shoe, and let me just say, this shoe looks hella immaculate. It just looks super good, looks super futuristic. Now, the story at hand is that the Nike Air Max 2090 is to have similar design aesthetics, closely aligning to that iconic Nike Air Max 90. And to be quite honest, I think the Nike Air Max 2090 definitely pays homage to that OG silhouette. This is just a more futuristic 90, hence 2090. The Nike Air Max 2090 is set to release on March 26th of 2020, and this is going to be releasing at your foot sites, your boutiques such as Kicking It ATX here in Austin, Texas, Sneakers, Nike app. It's going to be releasing all over the place, and it's going to be set at a price point of $150 USD. Add your taxes and your VAT just based on where you reside. And not only that this is going to be released in men's sizing, this is also going to be released in women's sizing as well as kids. Concerning the resale market, I really don't think there's going to be a resale market for these shoes, especially since they're going to be available pretty much everywhere. So don't count on this shoe selling out. There are 3 colorways of the 2090 that are releasing on March 26, 2020. It's going to be this pure platinum that I have in hand, the duck camo, and then the lava glow. Now let's get into the specifics of the shoe. The upper of the shoe, again, it is paying homage to that OG Air Max 90 shoe. You can see where they've made some tweaks and enhancements on the shoe. Taking a look at the upper of the shoe, you'll see that it's mainly done up in this translucent nylon material, and most notably you'll see this translucent material on the Nike React Element 87s and the LeBron John Elliott shoes. At the midfoot of the shoe, we have that iconic Nike swoosh in stroke form in that black color, and I like this because it pays homage to the OG by having some of that Nike swoosh hidden amongst the mud guard. As you look around the shoe, you'll see a lot of this zigzag stitching going on. Now, to protect these seams and these stitches, Nike has added a lot of this protective tape that is done in a tasteful manner and a futuristic styling. It looks pretty good. So we have that taping going around the lacing system, protecting that blue stitch, and we have some taping at the toe box area to prevent toe drag and fraying of the upper material. Both the lateral and the medial sides of the shoe feature mudguards that are done up in a white vinyl material. On the lateral side, we have the Air logo right here that's done up in silver, and we have that pop of coral in that zigzag stitching going right here, hiding the rest of that Nike swoosh. Now, in stating that the upper is predominantly done up in that translucent material, you don't really have to be conscious of the types of socks that you're wearing, because the shoe is actually outfitted with a sock liner. So peering into the shoe right now, you can see that the sock liner is done up in a white color, and it's actually made of a neoprene material, and it has some elasticity to it. Moving on to the lacing system, it doesn't employ your traditional eyelets where it's punched into the leather. This is actually forming eyelets using a rope form, and this rope is done up in white color with 3M hints, and it looks pretty dope. Now, the laces that feed through those eyelets are of a black color, a flat shape, and a nylon poly build. Behind those sets of laces is the tongue, which is actually sewn onto the sock liner, so you can't pull the tongue out all the way if you wanted to. It kind of fits like, or it kind of wears like a galosh or a water sock. Now, Regardless of fact, the top side of the tongue is done up in a black color of a mesh material. The reverse side is of a neoprene build and also black in color, and it is lightly padded on the inside. At the top of the tongue, this is pretty weird. You have this weird opening right here that is like outfitted with rubber. It says air and it has Nike swooshes on the side. I don't know what it's for. I like it, but I don't know what it's for. It's like you can almost hang like a key ring or something on. I don't know what it's for. Moving towards the heel of the shoe, much like the OG shoe, we have this heel tab back here. Now in this one, we have those horizontal lines going across. We have air that is being spelled out on the inside. Now this TPU plate, it's done up in like this sparkly, metallic, translucent gray color, if that makes any sense. Now above that, we have the heel tab that's actually of rope form, a coral color, and some 3M hints. And this TPU plate is sewn onto this mesh material right here. Now let's get to the inside of the shoe. It's not very well padded on the lateral or the medial side of the shoe, but it is heavily padded at the heel, which I really like. And the inside lining material is going to be that black neoprene material. In removing the insole, this is what we are getting. We are getting a black piece of fabric placed on a thin black piece of foam. And we have the 2090 moniker going above here, done up in that red, white, and blue. The midsole of the shoe, it is made of Nike's proprietary technology called Nike Phylon, which really is just a regular EVA foam, and that is done up in the front portion of the shoe. Now moving towards the back of the shoe, it's also another Nike proprietary technology. It's called Nike Air. On the OG model, we had the bubble window right there at the heel. Now on this model, same thing, except the bubble looks a lot bigger. Now on paper, it's supposed to be 200% bigger than the previous bubble window. It definitely looks bigger, but I don't know about those percentages. So in paying homage to that OG 90 where the lines were going around the bubble, they actually do the lines at the back of the heel, which looks pretty cool. And then we still have that cassette going on around the bubble, which looks pretty dope and is done up in that translucent gray finish with like those metallic or that sparkly hit that we were talking about that was on the heel tab. It looks pretty dope. Now this air chamber is actually comprised of nitrogen air, and this is supposed to be a lot lighter than if they would have used an EVA foam or something of the matter. Moving on to the outsole of the shoe, it is employing blown rubber to enable flexibility and durability. Now to pay respects to the OG, we do have that same waffle design on the front half of the shoe. So you see those squares with the little divots, same thing that's going on. Now the bottom portion is a little bit different, where we still have these markings, these like slashes going on, but the OG model had the zigzag going on, where this is just a regular straight through path. And also because we have a bigger bubble on this shoe, you can see some of that bubbling effect taking place right here. It almost is like a horseshoe. Sizing, normally I'm rocking a size 8.5 or a 9 US, 8.5 being my truest size. Unfortunately for this video, I was not able to obtain a men's version of the shoe. Yes, this is a women's version, and a conversion chart from a men's 8.5 that is equal to a women's 10. This is a women's 10, and really it fits true to size, but there is a difference between women's and men's shoes. Women's tend to have shoes that are built on a more narrow last versus men. Men just have wider feet. So definitely before pulling the trigger, I would see if I could try it out at your local shoe store that is at the mall, provided that any mall store location is open during this pandemic. I don't know, figure it out. In terms of comfort, the Air Max 2090, it is pretty comfortable. It is pretty breathable at the upper. It is a loose gauge material, so air can definitely flow through pretty easily. We have the air unit at the back, and honestly, maybe it's because it's a newer shoe and I'm sold on that 200% bigger bubble window, whatever, but it really does feel a lot better than the OG model. Even the EVA at the forefoot of the shoe feels a lot less firm than the older model. I don't know, normally I'm not a sucker for new designs, but I actually like this 2090 shoe. It's kind of weird. Overall, I think the Nike Air Max 2090 is a refreshing take on that OG Nike Air Max 90 shoe. I love the upper and how it's very lightweight, even though it looks super bulky. I love how it pays homage by incorporating this bubble and those horizontal lines going across. And I even love that this bubble is supposed to be 200% bigger than the original. I love the traction marking, how it remains remains the same yet different. I don't know, there's just too much to like about this shoe, and at the price point of $150 USD, it's not too bad, but I think $150 is justified for this running shoe. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this video. What do you think about this pure platinum Nike Air Max 2090? A good pickup? A bad pickup? What are your thoughts about this pure platinum against the other two colorways that are coming out on March 26th? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And again, we're hitting it really close to that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thanks if you're subscribed. If you're not, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. Alright guys, I'm Chris Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers! Sige na!